नमस्कार। प्रमोशन सेक्रेटरी आयुष से कि वो प्रेजेंटेशन करें। उसके बाद एक हम छोटा डेमो वीडियो दिखाएंगे आपको और मंत्री जी की ब्रीफिंग के बाद कुछ क्वेश्चन लेंगे। सो सेक्रेटरी आयुष प्लीज।
Thank you. Honorable Minister Shri Shripad Naik ji, Honorable Minister Shri Kiren Rijiju ji, Secretary Sport Shri Mittal ji, and dear friends. Yogasana is a competitive sport. This is a, an initiative of both the ministries, Ministry of Ayush and Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs. May I have the next, please? So, Government of India took the decision to promote Yogasana as a sport, competitive sport, after extensive consultation with stakeholders, yogacharyas, institutions over the last 3-4 years. And there is a national board for promotion and development of yoga and naturopathy of Ministry of Ayush. And in its meeting held in July 19, they recommended to recognize Yogasana as a competitive sport. And Ministry of Youth Affairs and Ministry of Ayush are closely working together to establish Yogasana as a competitive sport globally. Next, please. So there is an International Yogasana Sport Federation. It was formed under the presidency of Yoga Rishi Swami Ramdev ji and Dr. H.R. Nagendra ji as the Secretary General of this International Yogasana Sports Federation in the November 2019. And since this federation is working on the critical steps for establishing Yogasana as a sport discipline across the globe, and they have a lot of global partners now on board. Next, please. This is a recent development. National Yogasana Sport Federation. It was established under the presidency of Dr. I.Y. Basireddy, who is also director of Moraji Desai National Institute of Yoga, in the August 2020. And Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, their communication on 27 November, has recognized this Yogasana Sports Federation on national level for the promotion and development of Yogasana as a competitive sport. So this is a latest development and recent. I want to also mention how it will be analyzed. Next, please. The question arises that how Yogasana can be rated, as a competitive sport. So we came up with the solution with the support of Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs that there is an automation scoring system for Yogasana competitions. So this is very unique. And an exhaustive document containing rules and regulations and syllabus of the Yogasana competitions have been prepared to lay down the Yogasana as a competitive sport. This is a groundwork that has already been completed. The technical committee also has made a list of asanas, compulsory and optional asanas, after exhaustive research from the traditional books of yoga, and preliminary study on the marking system, manual and automated, in the competition has also been made, and work for automation of scoring system to introduce objectivity in marking has been initiated. So the idea is that, there could be IT-enabled solution for the scoring system of Yogasana, and that is at advanced stage now. Next, please. So, Yogasana championships, a pilot championships, maybe just before one slide before, because I probably jumped. So, there are 51 medals we are proposing, and in the traditional Yogasana or artistic Yogasana, single artistic Yogasana, pair, rhythmic Yogasana, free flow group Yogasana, individual all-round championship, team championship. So there are 51 such medals have been proposed in 4 events and 7 categories of the Yogasana. Next, please. And it is also sub-junior and senior level. So a pilot championship of traditional Yogasana by the name of National Individual Yogasana Sports Championship, it is in virtual mode, is proposed just to familiarize and popularize this as a sport in February 2021. Then districts and states and national world championships in Yogasana are proposed in the entire year of 2021. More than 25 state and national level Yogasana federations have expressed their willingness to join the initiatives, and further consultation with all other stakeholders are also being made. Next, please. Proposed promotion and development activities. Development of a patented electronic scoring system, I was just mentioning this, for the Yogasana Championships in India and globally. So this is already on board, and then we are working with Transtadia of Ahmedabad, and they are helping us for getting this standardized. Courses and certification of coaches, referees, judges, and director of competition is also there. Coaching camps for players, we have already started one such camp in Maharashtra recently last week. Broadcast friendly packaging of the sport into leagues, shows, and competitions, so that it becomes viable. National games, SARC games, Asian games, even at the level of Olympic games is the ultimate goal. And also creating job opportunities for the athletes who is performing, taking up Yogasana as a sport. Next. So a complete athlete management program is visualized to launch Yogasana program for broadcast and telecast to generate revenue for self-reliance. And National Yogasana player, coaches, judges, directory will be also developed to facilitate the information for all stakeholders and public. Next. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I'll request
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I'll request digitally recorded video from the Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga. Please play the video. अब मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं यूथ अफेयर्स एंड स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर श्री किरेन रिजिजू से कि सर आप थोड़ा एड्रेस करेंगे।
धन्यवाद। नमस्कार सबको। हमारे मित्र आयुष मंत्री श्रीपद नाइक जी, सेक्रेटरी स्पोर्ट्स रवि मित्तल जी, सेक्रेटरी आयुष वैद्य राजेश कोटेचा जी, दटवाला जी और मीडिया फ्रेंड्स, आज बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट डे है हमारे देश के लिए और स्पोर्ट्स के लिए भी। हर देश ये चाहता है कि अपना देश का परंपरा जीवित रहे और अपना सॉफ्ट पावर इंक्रीज होना चाहिए। जितना भी खेल है दुनिया में किसी ना किसी देश से ही निकला है। कोई भी खेल, चाहे फुटबॉल हो, पोलो हो, एथलेटिक्स, कहीं ना कहीं से शुरुआत होते हैं। Origin of a particular sporting discipline has its own story. Yoga is an ancient concept and ancient practice which has its own vast meaning. The whole globe has already embraced yoga. Now through yoga, the art of yogasana has emerged, and it has emerged in a competitive manner. First of all, I would like to thank the Ministry of Ayush. Under the guidance of Honorable Prime Minister, yoga and yogasana has taken its own shape. Yoga is already a global event. It's a UN event. The whole world celebrates International Day of Yoga. Now, the second effort, as Prime Minister Honorable Narendra Modi ji desires, that we have to take it forward as India's heritage. I'm very glad to be associated with the entire process of getting Yogasan to be recognized as a competitive sports. As a Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports, it's a privilege to work closely with the Ayush Ministry. You have heard the brief presentation from the Secretary. The Ayush Ministry has done a commendable job in terms of creating a perfect platform to launch Yogasan as a competing sport. It's a competitive sport going on long time, since very long time. But formally, it has to be recognized by the Government of India so that it becomes an official and recognized competitive sports. So today is a big day we are launching here. And I'm sure it will go a long way. As the Ayush Secretary has already mentioned, that it should be included in various competition level, in the national level, international level. Ultimately, the aim and objective of any sport is to be included in Olympics. But this is a beginning of a long journey. We will have to make it very proper, authentic, and well accepted form of a sport. That is why these technicalities, which are being already explained, are to be given a very, very professional touch, because the credibility depends on how we organize a particular event or a particular sport. तो मैं ये देख रहा हूं कि योगासन का आगे का रास्ता अनलिमिटेड है, ये बहुत आगे जाएगा. मैं 1987 में जब यूएसएसआर में गए थे तो हम लोग का बड़ा डेलीगेशन था. तो उस बड़े डेलीगेशन में एक योगी भी था जिसका नाम था बाल मुकुंद. 1987 में मैं स्टूडेंट था, तो हम लोग वहाँ यूएसएसआर में गया तो वहाँ कल्चर इवेंट वगैरह हम लोगों ने डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन किया, लेकिन सबसे पॉपुलर था योगासन. जो योगासन डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन किया ओपन फील्ड में, तो उस समय के सोवियत लोगों ने इतना जम के उसको तारीफ किया और उसको अपलोड किया, बहुत सराहना किया कि ये बहुत यूनिक है, बहुत खूबसूरत है और इंडिया का ये ट्रेडिशनल हेरिटेज है. तो इतना पॉपुलर है योगासन. तो योगासन इज गोइंग टू बिकम ए वेरी पॉपुलर स्पोर्ट. तो कोई भी स्पोर्ट कॉम्पिटिटिव भी हो और दिखने में बहुत खूबसूरत भी हो, अट्रैक्टिव हो, तो पॉपुलरिटी बढ़ेगा. सो दिस इज गोइंग टू be a beautiful sport. योगासन will be a beautiful sport. तो इसको आगे बढ़ाने में बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं होगा, मुझे ऐसा लगता है. और इंडिया में तो इसका पॉपुलरिटी बहुत जल्दी फैल जाएंगे और अगले हम लोग इसको खेलो इंडिया में तो डालेंगे ही, और नेशनल गेम्स जो होते हैं उसमें भी डालने के लिए कहेंगे, यूनिवर्सिटी गेम्स में भी डालेंगे. तो इसको आगे बढ़ाना है, ये पूरा देश का इच्छा है और ये हमारा माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का इच्छा है कि योगा और योगासन, और इस बीच में जितने भी जो योगा खेल है तो इसको आगे बढ़ाना चाहिए। तो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा समय नहीं लूँगा, आप अगर क्लैरिफिकेशन पूछना है तो बाद में पूछ सकते हैं, लेकिन आज के दिन में मैं बधाई देता हूँ श्रीपद जी को, आपके टीम, सेक्रेटरी साहब को और पूरे टीम को, और हमारे मंत्रालय के पूरे टीम। अच्छा तालमेल में हमारे दो मंत्रालय काम किया, और जो बहुत दिन से हमारा कल्पना थी वो आज पूरा हुआ। हमने आज इसको फॉर्मली खेल के रूप में स्वीकृति देते हुए आज लॉन्च कर रहे हैं। और दत्तवाले साहब, पीआईबी के ऑफिसर्स लोगों ने ये प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस और लॉन्चिंग इवेंट को छोटा सा जो आपने ऑर्गेनाइज करवाया, आप सबको भी धन्यवाद। हमारे जितने भी दोनों मंत्रालय के ऑफिशियल्स सबको धन्यवाद, और ख़ास करके मीडिया, आपके लिए हम आए हैं। तो आपके माध्यम से, देश के मीडिया के चैनल से हम इसको और पॉपुलरिटी आगे बढ़ाएंगे, ऐसा मेरा शुभकामनाएं हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद सर। अब मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं आयुष मिनिस्टर श्री श्रीपद नाइक जी से कि वो संबोधित करें।
नमस्कार। Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, my friend Shri Kiren Rijiju ji, Vaidya Rajesh Koteji, Secretary Ayush, press conference to declare the Yogasana as a competitive sport, a joint venture of Ministry of Ayush and Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. Yoga is a cultural heritage of India and a way of healthy living, which is being practiced since the dawn of the Indus Valley civilization, having a history of more than 5,000 years. Yoga works well for physical, mental and spiritual upliftment of the humanity. Yogasana is an integral and important component of yoga, which is psychophysical in nature and popular across the globe for its efficacy in fitness and wellness, general wellness. The origin of Yogasana competition was 100 years ago in India. They are still being conducted today at multiple levels. The vision behind making yoga as a competitive sport is to encourage the practice of yoga and help to improve the physical and mental well-being of the people of the ages and fitness level. This competition promote yoga as a sport will be enhanced interest in yoga among the people around the globe. Yogasana is a competitive sport doesn't seem to be an oxymoron to people in the yoga community. Some feels that yoga as a competition is a form of misappropriation. Despite the criticism of a few, competitive yoga does have a place in this world. The proper use of yoga is certainly up to the international and dependent of individual perception. Competitive yoga is an authentic practice entrenched in the Indian mythological system as well as history, shows that there is a room for all kinds of practice of yoga, including the competition. There can be a tournament competitive approach to yoga practice as well as the spiritual approach to it, and both can coexist in the same ecosystem. Many yoga organizations worldwide have been campaigning to turn yoga into a competitive sports. Yogasana as a competitive sports would have helped propagating unity in diversity at the global platform. Having Yogasana as a part of international sports events like Olympic, etc., would provide an opportunity to spread the awareness of Indian yoga and its innumerable health benefits to the world population. Many yoga federation, association and institution in India have been organizing the yoga competition and there felt a need to streamline the Yogasana as a competitive sports in the country. To accomplish the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, many consultative meetings were held between the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports and Ministry of Ayush to recognize the yoga as a competitive sports. After many deliberation and discussion, a policy decision was taken to declare the Yogasana as a competitive sports rather than yoga sports. For this, Director Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga, New Delhi was bestowed with the responsibility to explore the possibility to develop and establish the Yogasana as a competitive sports. Now, the Government of India has decided to promote and establish Yogasana as a competitive sports in consultation with the various stakeholders. It is the vision of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Bhai Modi ji that Yogasana, part of yoga, can be packed and evaluated for the broadcast and sports so that Indian culture can be exported to the world for promotion and development of the yoga. The motto is to take the ancient practice of Yogasana into a competitive sports with a mission towards achieving the Olympic success. With this mission, the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports under the dynamic leadership of Shri Kiren Rijiju and my ministry are also closely working in this direction and taking the India's sporting culture to the world. I am very much thankful to the leadership and guidance provided by the Yogashri Swami Ramdev ji, Guruji Dr. H.R. Nagendra ji and other yoga masters as well as the yoga associations and federation in this endeavor. The Ministry of Ayush will provide full support for the promotion and development of Yogasana as competitive sports so that younger generation in large will be benefited. Let us take the pledge of adopting the yogic culture in all walks of our life and making the Yogasana sports as a household name a reality. I thanks and congratulate Sri Kiren Rijiju, Honorable Ministry for Youth Youth Affairs and Sports for this noble initiative. I wish all the very best to the upcoming athletes going to participate in Yogasana sports. I also extend my best wishes to the endeavor. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
धन्यवाद सर. फ्रेंड्स, अगर कोई क्वेश्चंस हैं तो हम आपके क्वेश्चंस ले सकते हैं. 58.
हाँ, किरण जी इधर. मैं ब्रह्म प्रकाश हूँ जी न्यूज़ से. मेरा सवाल ये है कि क्या आज के बाद फिर ये माना जाए कि योगा को भी जो बाकी स्पोर्ट्स को फैसिलिटीज मिलती हैं, सुविधाएं मिलती हैं कंपटीशन के लिए, वो सब मिलनी शुरू हो जाएंगी देश के भीतर?
हाँ, अभी तक तो इसको ऑफिशियली रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं था, तो आयुष मंत्रालय देख रहे थे. अब खेल हो गया तो अब इन्होंने हमको सौंप दिया मतलब मिलके ही काम करना है इसका डेवलपमेंट के लिए, लेकिन ऑफिशियली खेल हो गया. तो हमारे जो नेशनल योगासन स्पोर्ट्स फेडरेशन के प्रेसिडेंट यहाँ बैठे हैं बसव रेड्डी जी, उनकी टीम, तो इनको अभी हम सबसे पहले आर्थिक सहायता हम देने शुरू करेंगे, जिससे वो अपना एनुअल ट्रेनिंग एंड कैलेंडर बनाएंगे. तो अपना एनुअल ट्रेनिंग एंड कैलेंडर जो बनाते हैं तो वो अपना रूपरेखा तैयार करेंगे कि आने वाला साल में क्या क्या करेंगे. तो उसके हिसाब से फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट हमारे स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री से हम इसको देने के लिए शुरू करेंगे. और मैं चाहता हूं कि जल्दी खिलाड़ी पैदा हो, और साथ साथ हम लोग का ये लक्ष्य है कि अगले साल आफ्टर द नेशनल चैंपियनशिप हम वर्ल्ड योगासन चैंपियनशिप से बड़ा किक ऑफ करेंगे अगले साल 2021 में. तो इंडिया में हम ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे.
नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 15.
सर, मेरा नाम आकाश श्रीवास्तव है, मैं फ्रीलांस जर्नलिस्ट हूँ सर.
अच्छा
सर,
किसको सवाल?
सर कोई भी दे
अच्छा,
जवाब.
फ्री फॉर ऑल.
सर, ग्रामीण क्षेत्र में योगा को प्रतियोगिता के रूप में बढ़ावा देने के लिए किस तरह की योजना और कैसे काम करेंगे?
आप बोले.
हाँ, आप तो जानते हैं कि गए 6 सालों से इंटरनेशनल योगा डे मना रहे हैं और ये गांव-गांव तक पहुंचा है. हम देखते हैं कि इसी योगा इंटरनेशनल योगा डे पे सभी गाँव में, स्कूल में वो कहीं भी हो, योगा, ये सब योगा चलता है। और इसी तरह से हम जब योगा कॉम्पिटिटिव स्पोर्ट अभी बनाया है, और जब कंपटीशन बोला तो सभी लोग उसमें जुड़ते हैं, तो हर स्कूल में कंपटीशन होगा, हर गांव में हर जो फेडरेशन है, एसोसिएशन है, वो सब करेगा और इसकी व्याप्ति बढ़ेगी। और इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि हम जो चाहते उससे भी बढ़िया काम अभी हो जाएगा। और स्पोर्ट मिनिस्ट्री जो है हमें सपोर्ट करने के लिए हर स्कूल में, हर कॉलेज में, हर इसमें जो कंपटीशन जो है वो अच्छी तरह चलेगा और निश्चित तौर से योगा को और बढ़ावा मिलेगा।
वो खेलो इंडिया के साथ साथ खेलो इंडिया में जुड़ने से ये जो राज्य सरकारों का भी रोल होगा, तो हम लोग राज्य सरकारों को भी बताएंगे कि अब ये खेल हो गया है, रिकॉग्नाइज हो गया है, तो वो अपना करिकुलम कॉम्पिटिटिव हर जगह में इसको शुरू कर दें। तो खेलो इंडिया में होने से, तो खेलो इंडिया आज के दिन में सबसे बड़ा गेम है देश में, तो खेलो इंडिया में जब पार्टिसिपेट करता है तो वो उसका कंपटीशन स्टेट लेवल में तो होगा ही, तो गांव-गांव में जाएगा। सेक्रेटरी स्पोर्ट्स आप कुछ ऐड।
ये जो नेशनल फेडरेशन हमारा बना है, ये नेशनल फेडरेशन के साथ स्टेट फेडरेशंस भी बने हैं इनके, और अब इन लोग को डिस्ट्रिक्ट फेडरेशन भी या डिस्ट्रिक्ट के भी अपने यूनिट बनाने हैं। तो जो ये लोग नेशनल चैंपियनशिप करेंगे वो डिस्ट्रिक्ट से ऊपर तक फ्लो करेगा, और हम लोग स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री इनको इसके लिए फंड प्रोवाइड करेंगे, जो जैसा हम बाकी स्पोर्ट्स के लिए करते हैं। तो इसलिए अगर ये लोग डिस्ट्रिक्ट से ऊपर तक पूरा इवेंट्स करेंगे तो हम लोगों का उम्मीद है कि ये डिस्ट्रिक्ट तक फैलना चाहिए।
लास्ट क्वेश्चन 14।
नायक जी, रिजू जी सब नमस्कार। मैं प्रदीप कुमार और मैं समाचार पोस्ट न्यूज़पेपर, इट इज़ इंग्लिश डेली। व्हाट आई एम आस्किंग यू, द रिक्रूटमेंट ऑफ द कोचेस एंड इंस्ट्रक्टर, it's a well-being of the student, well-being of the primary step of the yoga. So what is the process? What process you are maintaining so that one can learn properly from the instructor and the coaches?
No, that is very important and a very appropriate question. Yeah. The plan is already being laid out. There will be initially large numbers of training for the coaches, instructors, competition directors. Athlete is one thing, but to manage the whole thing. So the training for the technical people, we have to equip with all the technicalities and all the support system, all the infrastructure. So important component is the human power. So the technical directors, the coaches, trainers, everything will be provided. That is why the approach has to be very holistic. So when we are, giving lots of importance to providing opportunities for the former sports persons, those who are retired, SAI Sports Authority of India is trying to recruit more Indian coaches and also
इसके लिए जो है योगासन एज ए कॉम्पिटिटिव स्पोर्ट पूरा सहयोग रहेगा सर, पार्टिसिपेशन रहेगा। थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you.